Hello learners, in this unit related to events, activities and individuals, now the discussion will be related to individuals. After watching this video, you will be able to learn the role of individuals in tourism marketing. You will appreciate the importance of specific attractions related to individuals. Now, we all know as students of tourism that monuments and cultural activities are many times associated with individuals who play a very important role in the culture of India, and we give them a special identity. So, it is necessary for us to improve our awareness of cultural heritage, because it's very important to understand the social, aesthetic and the scientific significance of culture. The historical significance refers to the relationship to an era, person or an event, whereas the social significance is with reference to the social traditions and the community oriented values attributed to a place. Aesthetically also, it is very important to understand the attractions with reference to its architecture, scale and design. So, there is a lot of significance associated both from the scientific point of view also and the religious point of view for a monument or a place. Planning and managing places related with individual required number of areas to be dealt with. We need a specific system of management related to the planning and conservation, implementation and monitoring. We must also study the tourist inflow at the particular attraction, and it is also important for us to understand the attractiveness of the individual monument associated with leading personalities. Now, let me take you first to the prominent tourist attractions associated with religious leaders. I hope you all have heard about Sanchi Stupa. Sanchi has a distinction of having an incredible specimen of Buddhist art and architecture. It dates back to early Mauryan period, 3rd century BC to 12th century AD. Sanchi is famous in the world for its monolithic Ashokan pillar, temples, monasteries and sculpture. It was Emperor Ashok who laid the foundation of a religious center at Sanchi, fascinated by its location of the hills and because of his special association with the state of Vidisha. He erected the great stupa, Stupa 1, which is known as popularly the Sanchi Stupa, and kept the mortal remains of Lord Buddha. After the period of redistribution of Buddha's mortal remains at different parts of stupas, this Sanchi Stupa has gained immense prominence. From Sanchi, let me take you to the Dargah of Sufi saints. The most important Dargah in India are the Dargah of Nizamuddin Aulia in New Delhi and the Dargah Sharif at Ajmer in Rajasthan. Both these belong to the Chishti order of Sufism. The founder of the order, Hazrat Khwaja Muhyiddin Chishti, was born in the present day Iran. However, these Sufi saints visited India between 1200 and 1800 AD and propagated the philosophy of goodwill and universal brotherhood. They came to India from the southern part and the Central Asia part, and today the practices of Sufi saints, which basically focus on peace to all, is a policy of multiculturalism. Trade networks and Mughal empires promoted the policy of Sufism, and Sufis went along different parts of India to spread their message of love. This new cultural form was evolved. Amir Khusro, a prominent Urdu poet and creator of Qawwali, is considered to be one of the pioneers in terms of devotional music, and he was the one who promoted universal brotherhood and religious tolerance. These Sufi disciples worked with the local people, and their dargahs are prominently visited by both Hindus and Muslims. After the Dargah, let me take you to the Golden Temple Amritsar, which is known as Shri Harmandir Sahib. It's a central religious place for the Sikhs and also a symbol of human brotherhood and equality. Irrespective of caste, creed or race, one can seek spiritual upliftment at this place. It's a place which represents distinct identity, glory and heritage of Sikhs. As advised by Shri Guru Amar Das Ji, 3rd Sikh Guru, Shri Guru Ram Das Ji, 4th Sikh Guru, they started the digging of Amrit Sarovar, the holy tank of Shri Harmandir Sahib in 1577 AD, which was later bricklined by Shri Guru Arjan Dev Ji, the 5th Sikh Guru in 1588. He also started the construction of Shri Harmandir Sahib. Shri Guru Granth Sahib, the scripture of the Sikhs, after its compilation was first installed at Shri Harmandir Sahib in 1604 AD. So therefore, this place is very much associated with the leading Sikh gurus of the religion. It has its unique architecture, a unique planning, and the Gurudwara is a place of egalitarianism and humanity. This place is a holy shrine which has entrances from 4 directions, which signifies that people belonging to every walk of life are equally welcome. This attraction is one of the Amrit greatest attractions as far as Sikh religion is concerned and is a spiritual hub. So learners, we have learned, we have understood that there are attractions, there are monuments which are related with the sacred saints or religious leaders and are place of worship for all. This temple has been renovated many times, and today at the global level, this temple, the Harmandir Sahib, the Gurudwara and the adjoining area is visited by tourists from all across the country. So from Punjab, now let us move to the state of Goa, where we have an individual attraction holding the modern remains of St. Francis Xavier. It's one of the most famous structure in Goa. This 17th century church represents the Portuguese era in the country and is one of the oldest churches in Goa and one of the most widely visited. It's a place where large number of visitors pay respect to the body of St. Francis, which is kept for public viewing for a large number of years. After this, let me take you to Shravanbelgola. It's the most renowned Jain pilgrimage site in southern India. It's one of the most eminent heritage sites of Karnataka. The place Shravanbelgola is famous for the Gomteshwara temple, also known as the Bahubali temple. Shravanbelgola has 2 hills, Vindhyagiri and Chandragiri. The 58 feet tall monolithic structure of Bahubali is located on the Vindhyagiri hill. This statue has an inscription which praises the king who funded the efforts and also focus on the various aspects of Jain culture. This Bahubali statue is very significant, it's magnificent, it's a tall statue built around 983 AD. So tourism is widely promoted in this area, and this is a popular place according to the Jain pilgrimage text. So in terms of the religious leaders and the followers, we have understood that how in every religion, whether it is related to Jainism or Christianity, we do find structures which are associated with the propagators of the religion and are holy places visited by both domestic and global tourists. After understanding the various structures which are specifically associated with the religious places, let me take you to the next step or the next stage of individual attractions. So friends, we know that along with the various religious faiths, India is a country where we have so many thinkers, philosophers, and one such was Sri Aurobindo. Aurovilla is a universal township where individuals from all over the world belonging to different cultures and customs to come together and live. Aurovilla is situated around 15 kilometers from the city of Pondicherry and is located in Tamil Nadu. This was an ashram established by Maharishi Aurobindo in 1968, and there is a lot of love for the mother, who was one of the core disciples of Maharishi Aurobindo. People visit this place for meditation, for spiritual enrichment. There are number of service providers who help you to practice meditation, yoga, etc. Visiting Aurovilla is a very friendly experience. There are plenty of options available to stay and practice the philosophy. We have within the complex a mandir which is considered to be the heart of Aurovilla. This place changes the way of life and perception towards life. It's surrounded by natural environment, lush green surroundings, and the Maitri Mandir rejuvenates you. You can be part of the sessions which are held to introduce you with the objectives of Aurovilla, and you will broaden your perception about life. So along with this, we have now a lot of famous historical personalities during the medieval era which are associated with specific attractions. The one such attraction is the Tughlakabad Fort. Today this fort is in ruins, but it exists in the heart of the capital city, New Delhi. It's a fantastic piece of architecture and it's related with the medieval emperor. The fort focus on the artificial lakes and the embankment around this area is such that it is full of scientific techniques and it depicts the level of architecture during the time of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So when we look at these forts, we find that they were built by important prominent emperors, and you will find such forts in different parts of both northern India as well as the southern part of India. Excavations are carried out under the guidance of Archaeological Survey of India, and visits to such historical forts help us to understand the important historical personalities. Another fort which is very popular among the tourists is the Jhansi Fort. It is fondly remembered as Rani Jhansi Ka Qila. The Queen of Jhansi, Lakshmi Bai, is definitely one of the legendary figures who fought for our freedom struggle during the first war of independence in the year 1857. This fort is 4 centuries old. It symbolizes the freedom movement. It's always good to remember such warriors who fought for the Indian freedom struggle and who took active part in the movement. So when you visit such places, they are of strategic importance and are well designed according to the architecture of those times. Now from Madhya Pradesh, let us move to Kerala. The Hill Palace of Maharaja of Kochi is believed to be the first heritage palace. This palace is framed for housing the royal collection of the erstwhile Maharaja of Kochi. It's the first heritage museum of India. It was built in 1965. The Hill Palace is today the largest archaeological museum in Kerala. The palace complex consists of 49 buildings in Kerala, own architectural style. There is a 52 acres area which houses a deer park and offers facilities for horse riding. There are numerous varieties of flora, including rare medicinal plants that are grown. We can visit the archaeological museum, which exhibits oil paintings, murals, sculptures in stone, manuscripts, inscriptions and coins belonging to the Kochi royal family and the royal furniture, including the Singhasan or the throne. During the medieval period, the Humayun's tomb, the final resting place of the Mughal Emperor Humayun, turned out to be a luxurious tomb located in New Delhi. It is one of the best preserved Mughal monuments in India and is visited by tourists from all parts of the world. It's the finest example of Mughal architecture in the country, and after centuries of its construction also, this is a monument which inspires the visitors and help them to understand the architectural style. So friends, I'll take you to important monuments related to the freedom fighters in India. One such monument is the Sabarmati Ashram of Mahatma Gandhi. This ashram is a place where all the activities related to freedom movement were initiated. Mahatma Gandhi experimented with his various philosophy for rural sustainability in this ashram. The ashram serves as a source of inspiration and guidance and stands as a monument to Gandhi's life mission and a testimony for a similar struggle. Along with Sabarmati Ashram, we have the Rajghat, which is a symbol of respect and homage for the father of nation, Mahatma Gandhi again. It gives us a deeper insight about the great leader and the various struggles that he had initiated and the significant role that he played in our freedom struggle. After this, we now move to Anand Bhavan. The Anand Bhavan is an historical house museum in Allahabad, which belongs to Nehru family. It was constructed by Motilal Nehru in 1930s to serve as a residence of the Nehru family. The focus was basically on freedom movement. Over the period of time, the Swaraj Bhavan was transformed into a local headquarters of Indian National Congress. The Bhavan houses the Jawahar Planetarium and the Jawahar Bal Bhavan. The Bal Bhavan also operates from the Swaraj Bhavan complex. It was established by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who felt that Bal Bhavan is a movement that can harness the capabilities of the children of this nation. So, the Bal Bhavan activities initiated a movement which helps us to become more creative, help our child to develop as responsible citizens who can contribute to the society. Swaraj Bhavan in the Anand Bhavan complex had its own role and was visited by prominent freedom fighters during the time of Motilal Nehru. So, we find that this entire complex is related with political leaders, and Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was born in this place. Later on, this entire complex was devoted for complete freedom movement activities and was the launch pad of several key movements that defined the history of Indian independence. So, we have in Allahabad this attraction which is basically associated with Nehru family. Then we have the Chandrasekhar Azad Park. This park also has a very strong association with our freedom struggle, known as the Company Garden. During the British rule, it's the largest park in Allahabad. This was the place where official ceremonies and music performances by police band were held by the British regime. The great Chandrasekhar Azad took the pledge that he would never be caught by the British when he was cornered in this very park. So he decided to kill himself with the last bullet and he became a martyr. So this park is again very prominent. We have a statue of Chandrasekhar Azad as a token of respect at this location. One can visit this place across the year, and it is located in the heart of the city. From Allahabad, now let me take you to down south, where we have the Vivekanand Rock Memorial in Kanyakumari, which attracts large number of tourists. As the name implies, it is essentially a sacred monument built by the Vivekanand Rock Committee to commemorate the visit of Swami Vivekanand to this place. We know that Swami Vivekanand was a deep thinker, philosopher, and he represented India in various forums. This rock is considered as a sacred place. In the Puranic traditions, it has been known as Sripada, meaning the rock is blessed by the touch of Sripada, feet of the goddess. So on the rock we find the memorial, which focus on the various activities and is a symbol of Saint Vivekanand. According to the legend, it was on this rock only that goddess Kanyakumari did tapa. From Kanyakumari, let us move to Shantiniketan in eastern side. Shantiniketan, which means the abode of peace, was the name of the guest house of Maharishi Debarnath Tagore, the father of poet Ravindranath Tagore, who founded the Brahmo Samaj in 1963. Today, Shantiniketan has its unique place as far as cultural and heritage contribution is concerned. Ravindranath Tagore's vision of setting up educational institutions with the concept of a Gurukul, a residential school where students live with their teachers, was the foundation of Vishwa Bharati. To actualize this vision, the ashram was set up by his father, was further converted into an open air school. This required greater visibility, and Ravindranath Tagore received the Nobel Prize for his contribution in expanding the Indian education system through the establishment of Vishwa Bharati, which means a union of the word within India. Today, it's recognized as one of the prominent education institutions which focus on different cultural aspects. There are center of learning. We have a Kala Bhavan, which is dedicated to visual arts and fine arts. We study about art, painting, design, sculpture, graphics and music, both folk and classical music. There are drama performances and specializations in various other art activities. So this is one of the most important area where we do have special sessions on Ravindra Sangeet, which focus on the revival of the traditional culture and tradition of the country. So we have in this complex number of learning activities, and you find a huge library, and we have lot of activities going on in collaboration with different countries. Now let me take you to a latest monument, which is the Statue of Unity. It is an independent statue of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who was the first Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister of independent India. He played a major role in uniting 562 princely states of India, who were part of the former British Raj, to form a single Union of India. This statue is the world's tallest statue, which is located in the state of Gujarat on the river of Narmada. The statue is facing the Sardar Sarovar Dam, which is one of the largest dams of India. The Prime Minister of India had inaugurated this statue recently on 143rd birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel on 31st October 2018. The entire system of the entry is well designed. We have specific walkways. The statue area is divided into different zones. Primarily, the first zone consists of the memorial garden, music and a small theatre. There is a moving walkway. We have well designed escalators and pavement approaches. So, tourists from all age groups can visit this. The museum area consists of detailed information on Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, his contribution. We have information available on Narmada River, the dam, as well as this huge size space structure of Sardar Patel is very popular and widely visited by the tourists. The library consists of great collection of books. There is an information about how this magnificent statue was built and the planning associated with it. So, the zone 1 comprises of all these activities which give us information about the political developments and the contribution. Zone 2 is the base area of the actual statue, where you can reach up to the toes of Sardar Patel. You can get an idea about the height, as well as you will really view the statue in the gallery also. Then the zone 3 consists of the viewing gallery, which is the prime attraction of the Statue of Unity. People are given the facility to visit with express tickets, so that they can watch the monument from a height and they can really experience the beautiful view of the Sarovar Dam. So friends, we have understood that this tourism attraction is well designed, based on the contemporary architectural style. It is one of the most popular tourist attractions. There are norms and safety standards associated with it. Now after that, let me take you to an interesting part that is related with Bollywood celebrities, how they are promoting and marketing tourism. They are playing an important role as brand ambassadors of various states and inviting people to travel and explore the destinations. We all know that Shah Rukh Khan is one of the prominent film personalities as far as Bollywood is concerned. He is representing West Bengal and as an ambassador of the sweetest part of India through his various ad campaigns as well as promotional strategies. Shah Rukh Khan is promoting places in the state and around, such as Darjeeling and Sundarban, and is playing an important role in attracting global tourists to the destination. After Shah Rukh Khan, I hope you must have watched the contribution of Shri Amitabh Bachchan as a brand ambassador for the state of Gujarat. There we have so many festivals, events, activities which are planned by the Gujarat Tourism website and the Gujarat Tourism Department. Preeti Zinta is promoting Himachal Pradesh. She represents the state which is full of natural beauty and is doing a lot of marketing initiatives and campaigning for the hill stations and the adventure activities related to the state of Himachal. So friends, we have come to know that individuals are promoting destinations. They are part of the advertising campaign. They are into sales promotion, for different parts of the country, because we know that India is rich in its magnificent waterfalls, in its landscape, and in terms of its cultural diversity. Each film personality has its own set of followers, but those who are widely acknowledged are appointed by the relevant state governments to promote and to help them to design various advertising programs, so that there is a huge footfall of visitors at the state. In this video, we have studied that for a tourist, it is not only essential to visit a destination for a specific form of tourism, but it is also important for many of them to visit individual monuments. As a part of historical tourism or cultural tourism, these monuments, whether they belong to the ancient, medieval or the contemporary times, are the ones which attract tourists to the destination. And in the second part of the video, we have learned that individuals such as Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, or for that matter Priyanka Chopra, who is representing Assam and the different parts of the Northeast, also work as brand ambassadors to promote the destinations, to encourage tourists to visit, and are actively involved in the publicity and promotional strategies. Thank you.